2 Megalodon Pops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you have to get 2 million or more pops with a single tower in a game of chimps. Megalodons are our friends, not to be popped by the way. So we're going to be doing 2 Megapops achievements today with the Desert Phantom. Tier 5 bottom path upgrade of the newly released, as of the time of this recording, Desperado Monkey Tower. Desperado can solo round 6, but the early rounds are just so struggling for this bandit, cowboy, lone ranger, sheriff, however you want to name this individual. It's just simply because of the fact that he's only got 1 pierce per bullet. Can do round 8, but when it comes to the other rounds, that's going to be a bit of a question. What shall we do? Can't really go with just round 9 solo, probably on logs, but we're not on logs, so I thought that'd be too easy of a scenario. But this for me is just, I need something else. I would like a mortar, but that is out of the window, so we're gonna go with submarine. Yeah, that's much better. A submarine in this case is good for us. Now we will have to eventually place down Geraldo so that, well, we can get the benefits of having Geraldo around, but we're going to put him in an odd spot because I would like to utilize a benefit in which we can give our 2 Megapops tower using Deadeye. An ability, or sorry, the take aim ability enables a tower in which you use that ability on. It will temporarily increase their attack range, their accuracy, and when you go up to, and also give it camera detection, but when you go up to tier 4, you're able to hit black balloons, white balloons, and purple balloons if you're not able to hit them already. Which is not within the description of this tower, but that's just one of those things, and the monetary part of Bounty Hunter's ability does not work in chimps. 13 going well here. I could actually give you some pickles to help you out. Like, that is definitely a possibility of stuff in which we can get to boost your attack power, because it's 1 damage, 1 pierce, but you fired 2 bullets off, and then you know the rest. Has to reload. This gun only has 2 bullets in it. What kind of pistol only has 2 bullets in it? I can understand if it was a shotgun, you know, double barrel shotgun, but this is your pistol. I don't know. I don't know about guns. What do you think I am? An American? That's a bit discriminatory, I'm sorry. But what is for certain is that we almost died to a yellow balloon. Right, time to pick you up and do double the damage at the cost of some attack speed. And I don't know if that's the rechamber speed or the attack speed per bullet. Or both. That'll be horrible. Okay, regrow yellows. No thank you. Ninja Kiwi knows that the yellow balloon is the most lethal of all balloons, because the very first regrow balloons that you see in a game is yellows. We'll get Eagle Eye so that you will be able to hit the camo balloons. We'll give you twin guns so that you'll be able to help us out here, and we'll get a mortar so that we can pop very early late balloons. It's 30 degrees in here. Put you on last so that you're able to hit the last balloons on the screen, and that worked out wonders. It's 30 degrees centigrade, not Fahrenheit, centigrade, and it's really, really hot. I've only got 1 window open, so I've only got 1 window. I have to close my door so that I don't have my old household complaining that I'm playing a game about popping balloons with guns and darts and etc. and losing to yellow balloons over and over. Can we, or can we not, get through this scenario? The answer is just about. Okay, I'd rather if you hit the white balloons, but then again you do go down to yellow balloons if that's the case. So there's good and bad in everything, and in this case it's a freaking bad. Yeah, sharpening stone does nothing for us, so why would you put it on it? You know what, we'll get on mortar now, and hopefully it'll be able to help us out here in the short term. Oh, do we need to micro the mortar here? No, I will not do a 2 Megapops with a base mortar. I tried that once and it went horrible. Well, it felt like it anyways. I knew it was just my misaiming and the rather big circle in which we have here in order to possibly hit them in. Oh, come off it, really? I'm more annoyed when it's 1 balloon at least rather than several, because I know it's something to do with me rather than something to do with the game just flipping me off. Right, Go to last, pop them down to pink balloons. Hopefully we'll be able to take them all out. And miraculously we did. Hopefully we can get the Enforcer upgrade soon so that you're actually able to do something. You can have more than one pierce. Oh, come off it. Oh, please hit that red balloon. Thank you very much. I would have thrown my PC out the window if that was the case. Okay, we have finally got ourselves the Enforcer upgrade, which means you have more than one pierce now. Thank goodness. Okay, round 28. We're going to hide our submarine tower at some point, one way or another. This run is, I'll say, going very well, but it's not going that well at the moment. Keep failing and keep failing people's expectations of me. Well, I put you on submersion support now and only need the mortar when we really need it, because we can now do some good damage. Some really good damage. Right, yellow balloons are making their way through here. We just do not have the pierce. Oh, come off it. Really? One yellow balloon? Sometimes I feel like the Enforcer knocks them back, but doesn't actually damage them at times, which is a little bit inconsistent. But then again, what is there about an update without a few things here and there that don't quite work the way in which they should do? Knockback also should induce oh, for goodness sakes. Are you actually going to fire your shotgun or not? I thought you're supposed to fry when there's more balloons near you with your Nomad upgrade. But I guess one cross path and is more favored than the other. Like quick draw and standoff work really well, because when you place your tower in a specific spot, even though there's lots of balloons which are near you, they're not within your range, and that glue gunner really helped. Thank you! Don't worry, this is the painful part of the scenario. Once we get these other upgrades, then it's going to be smooth sailing. I think anyways. Oh, please go pink balloon. Please go and not come back ever again. Oh, thank you. Gosh, this shotgun is so slow at firing. But then again, it is a blunderbuss, so historically they are very slow firing. So this is actually illogical that it can fire this fast for a blunderbuss. Although the lead balloons are making it very problematic because we can't actually pop them because the lead balloons are blocking the pink balloons. Right, we'll get our critical hit aim on by the bullseye upgrade. We'll get ourselves the mortar over here. And this is now going to... Would you please... For goodness sakes, if that single pink balloon went through, there would have been problems. Right, we're going to need this here for just a brief bit of time. Hopefully we can get MIB up and running at some point. But at the same time... we need to get some other things like more glue gunners. Like one glue gunner, but... ooh, you're able to one-shot the ceramics. That's good to know. One-shotting them. Take note, top path. Can you do that? When you're the blazing sun, yes. All three of these have the means of instantly killing ceramics, which is really cool. Like all three cross paths.
They're going to ruin business.
I bloody hate pink balloons. We'll take you out for a little bit because, for goodness sakes, this round is really annoying me with its quirks and its BS and its huge amounts of BS. Okay. Put you back onto first. Please pop these goddamn pink balloons. Okay, there's a single yellow balloon. Please pop them. This thing has a huge weakness when it comes to hordes of balloons. It's a close range attack that doesn't attack close range. Okay, there we go. And that should be that. But look at the devastation that this may cause on the Moab here. Not quite pop it yet. There we go. It's popped it now. And it was able to solo that Moab, but it cannot solo a pink balloon. Just take that into consideration. Right, we're going to need to use this thing a bit more because once again I'm struggling against these smaller balloons that go really quickly. It's almost like his pistol doesn't exist. But again, it wouldn't if the balloons are close enough to where he's forced to use his shotgun. I would just like to know that there is some reliability involved. Okay, we're going to be able to get Avenger now, and hopefully most of our problems are now solved because we've now got an even more powerful shotgun. Hopefully, we can also fire a bit faster as well. I hope so. I only really take people's advice into consideration when they are actually trying to harm me rather than actually trying to disown me. Right, need another one on there. God, imagine trying to do this in a 2TC scenario where the only means of being able to pop a lead balloon are pineapples. Right, we're now going to put down our village because I would like to get it so that you can pop lead balloons by default. Now, the shotgun has +3, which is good, but our pistol only has 1. So that's absolutely fine. As long as we don't place any towers within this smaller circle here, then that's fine. But if we do use the take aim, then it might be the case where it will then be able to go within the range of a village, which may actually be not a benefit whatsoever. Okay. It seems there's a little bit more viability now when it comes to being able to clear out hordes, which is good. I love these artworks of the Desperado. Like, even if the tower is somewhat buggy, the art team absolutely cooked. Okay, here we go, MIB, which means lead balloons are no longer a problem. Don't it, Geraldo? Hit this timer instead. Now, pistol is able to instantly kill ceramics, which is really good. Not only is it more beneficial for our shotgun, but it's also more beneficial for our pistol as well. Now I'm really liking this tower. Now that it can actually do something rather than just tickle them. Or just not hit them entirely. Unfortunately, in update 49, the glue gunners that would help you out in a 2 Megapops scenario are nowhere near as helpful as they used to be now, because essentially the Moab glue, its duration on Moab class balloons has been halved. The glue strike and glue storm abilities, the duration which they last on the balloon is now cut in half. I think also their glue time has also been cut in half as well. Let me just check that. Okay, the time in which the glue lasts on the balloon by just the default attacks hasn't been reduced in half, but for goodness sakes, like, it was okay as it was. Like, being able to be glued for even longer, surely that's a trait that stickier glue should be able to withhold and not be halved just because it's on a bigger target. I don't like complaining, but I feel like sometimes Ninja Kiwi makes changes because they need to make a minimal quota towards how many changes they need to make in an update so that then they can actually push out the update. I know it sounds really stupid and I might be making this up, but I just feel like sometimes they make a change without really thinking these through and not testing it to see if the viability of their tower has incredibly gone down because of this change. Like, the viability of supporting towers as the updates have gone by have now become worse. Like, a few updates ago and several updates ago, they keep nerfing the spike storm so that it does less damage and it costs more to do that. Sometimes it makes a run inaccessible because you rely on that tower in order to actually get you through that scenario, but you can't do that because guess what? This benefit is now gone, that benefit is now gone, this thing's gone, that thing's gone. I don't like complaining, but I have to in order to make change happen. That's not gonna happen. Okay, I've lost the Wanderer means over here. I'm not really relying on that anyways in order to get us through this scenario. But it's just a small benefit that's lost on me now. But I do want this to... You should have been gone long ago, dear fortified Moab. Okay, so let's see if we can actually get ourselves to the Desert Phantom, but knowing us in this scenario, that's not going to happen. Alright, we use this in order to help us out with Jerry's Fire. I don't like using it because there are people who think that the pots at Jerry's Fire should go towards Geraldo and not the tower that it was assigned to. But alas, we are here. High noon, take out round 63. Yeah, it was really beneficial. We're going to need more of these until we actually get the Desert Phantom. And then hopefully it will hit like a mind blast. Also making the cripple Moab Sniper Monkey half as effective now when it comes to its damage. Like, just why? It's a high damaging tower. But yet you remove the one thing that is, well, not remove it, but half the effectiveness of the one thing that it's good at, which is excellent single target damage. What other things have they changed which is not really good for a 2 Megapops scenario? I think that's really it. For the Mortar Monkey, when it comes to the middle path, they removed the bad and boss bonus damage for the artillery battery and the pop and all. So why do they introduce it in the first place? I'm not too sure if they're just going to remove it. In runs in which you rely on the alchemist in order to get more money using the rubber to gold, the multiplication value of that has been reduced from ×3 to ×2. Not useful for chimps, but when it comes to bosses, that's kind of important. But the additional attack speed that the rubber to gold attack got, you can kind of understand that one. So I understand, but at the same time, not really. There are several flip-flops with the Monkey. Its base price is cheaper, which is good. But then the bottom path has just been absolutely nuked into the ground. Adora's been nuked to the ground again, which means her late game viability is no longer as late game viable because her level 20 ball of light damage has been reduced. But now let's talk about good changes in which Ninja Kiwi has made. And they have really overtuned the Bomb Blitz, so its passive ability cooldown has increased and its attack cooldown has also increased as well, which is understandable because the Bomb Blitz was really overpowered. Ice Monkey, you can now place him on water, which is a really good change. Like, I don't think you actually get benefits by being a aquatic tower because you're not in the water, you're floating over water on ice. And Absolute Zero's price has been reduced from 19.2k to 16,000. That's not hard difficulty price, that's normal difficulty price, which means that if you rely on Absolute Zero for that permanent stalling of Moabs on the screen, then that is brilliant. Having that tower being reduced in price is really cool. If you want to move about your towers on the screen using the support Chinook, you no longer have to rely on the round being active. You can do it in between rounds, which is a really nice quality of life change. Mentioned the Monkey sub earlier. That was a really cool change with the submersible support toggle cooldown being reduced 1 second to 0.5 seconds. If you're looking to do a all pops chimp scenario using Bizarre Bomber, they took away its bombing run normal damage type. Right, let's get the Desert Phantom now that we've got the money for it, and this thing should be an absolute menace, and we should be exploding like Mind Blast. Now, even though the bottom path and the top path do not have lead popping potential, they do have pseudo lead popping potential, which means I've already explained the top path mechanics in my video covering the, I've forgotten what it's called now, the Blazing Sun and Superstorm 2 Tower Chimps, where if it fires enough times, then it'll be able to essentially fire out fire. But in order to initiate the pseudo lead popping potential of the Desert Phantom, I think you need to actually pop a balloon nearby. So it's kind of like the fireball from the Wizard Monkey, where if you pop a balloon nearby and then that explodes towards a lead balloon, then that actually counts as lead popping means. But if you're trying to hit a lead balloon directly, then you can't actually damage them, which is understandable. But to get the explosion, we need to pop something that's not a lead. Good luck on round 90 without MIB. Or actually take aim, actually. So speaking of which, we're going to place down 2 Desperados up here. And we're going to be placing down an engineer over... we'll place you over here. Hopefully you don't actually get in range of the Moabs on the left-hand side. No, you're nowhere near the track. You're okay. So we'll get overclock for you so that then we can increase the attack speed of you by a bit. Although because of the fact that you are a tier 5, which means it doesn't have 100% uptime. Okay, that's fine. You notice that this glue gun is now firing at mild class balloons more often because the duration of the glue has been halved when it comes to mild class balloons. Again, an unnecessary change. Ninja Kiwi even documented with the Tsar Bomber change that they mention about 2TC. So they gotta know about Duke's 1TC sort of stuff when it came to doing it in update 47 And also update 48 when the bombing run damage was slightly nerfed. Hey, guess what? It's still doable. You just gotta have mad ace microing skills in order to pull it off. Oh my goodness sakes, I accidentally upgraded one of them to a bounty hunter. I did not mean to do that. Hopefully that's not hindered the run because I don't need this. Why did I just spam click it? I'm such an idiot. But on the bright side, we've got two different symbols, so we know when one's about to expire and when the other one is active. So, in a pseudo way, this is kind of beneficial, but I just hope that you and you can't hit over there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is the case, but I'm not 100% certain. If your bounty hunter is behind an obstacle, let's say if you put the bounty hunter Desperado behind a log, for example, and it's not able to directly see the balloon itself, then you can mark targets using the bounty hunter ability over here, which is what it's called now, marks to pop. Then it won't be able to pop those balloons because of the sheer fact that it cannot see them to pop them. In a good way, I can directly see when one comes back and one doesn't, so in a rather backwards way, it was beneficial for me to spend more in order to get two different icons over here. Two different cowboy hats initiating their ability. Not supposed to speak count. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, this thing is absolutely shredding them apart. There is no competition at all to see if this is going to be successful or not. Yeah, both the sprites on screen and the art over here, the art team absolutely cooks with the Desperado Tower. Like just look at all of their arts. Like, even though there's only subtle changes throughout all of them, I just love the fact that they have to make, well, not have to, but they made all of these different, even though they're only tier 1, tier 2 upgrades. It's like, it's so cool. And obviously when you get to tier 3, it's drastically different. Like, this is such a cool pose. I'm a bigger fan of this, but to be honest, I think that just puts me off, but that's really cool. And the flaming pistols as well. And also Deadeye, Bounty Hunter. I love the gleam, the sparkle, the look in their eye over here. They marked you for death. And Avenger. Look like some outlaw or sheriff. And then, they went too far and they became undead. Right, DDTs, how are we going to fare here? We're able to knock them back, which is really good. But can we, or do... Okay, we may not... I pressed 1 to put the ability down. Yeah, it just did not. Actually, I could just use it when... I could just use it when the DDTs do appear, for goodness sakes. That was my bad on that one. Okay, DDTs, not a problem. Increase our range again temporarily, and we'll be able to hopefully do this. Oh, looking very close over here. Not liking this, not liking this. I'm liking this. I am liking this. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this. That's good. It's just me, or the knockback's really inconsistent, because sometimes they knock them back, but then other times they don't. Maybe it is always the case where it does it sometimes, but not all the time. Do you know what would be really beneficial here? A, having an active overclock, but B, getting call to arms. Yeah, guns are blazing now when call to arms is active. Get through 50% more targets than usual. And that should be all that she wrote. Okay, call to arms again. And that is round. Okay, round 97. I hope we'll be able to get Homeland Defense in order to be able to get through this. I'm not upgrading these to any further. I just don't feel like it's necessary to do so. Okay, unleash that. Like, how are people able to do this on maps like Blondes? I don't know. There's so many people out there in the community who are just far more skilled than I could ever be at this game. Being able to pull off a 2 Megapops with this tower on Blondes, whereas me, I have to stick to beginner maps in order to just be able to make this even remotely possible for myself. But alas, I am happy where I am. Where I am at the moment is trying to take down all of these balloons on this round. Call to arms is needed. That is needed. Everything is needed. Overclock is also needed. Oh gosh, we're going to run out of this pierce increase soon. Oh, why did I not initiate you sooner? I don't know. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. We'll give you some additional range. That would be it. Also, we'll give you some Jerry's fire as well. And that should be okay. Let's see how much money we have by the end of this round, because yeah, that's 2.1 thousand. I don't know. We've just got enough money in order to get it. Just enough money to get the rejuve potion. I don't know why I read it as a different figure. Please tell me that I did not buy it mid-round. Oh, thank goodness. Please don't tell me I bought it at the end of the last round. Okay. So we should be able to do this with call to arms. Hopefully. Gosh. Me is nervous. Me is not very confident. Actually, if we're going to do this, we will go up to glue strike. Just so we get that additional damage going. You're kind of struggling on damage over here, so we may need to use something else in order to help us out here, like a spike storm or something. I was kind of hoping to solo this thing, but I've heard this thing's kind of poor when it comes to single target damage. And it's not even bandaged up. Yeah, the beginning and end of this scenario has been kind of daunting for me, really. Just trying to set up and then actually trying to finish this scenario. I'm not too sure, but it's just been rather gloomy. There we go, that's much better. Don't have to do it this way, but I guess I'm going to have to at this point. Hopefully, we can... We didn't need to use that other rejuve potion. But there we go, everybody. That is 2,030,000 pops. Only one Spike Storm ability required in order to do that. And was... Okay, the Spike Storm wasn't nerfed this update. I can just feel another nerf coming on its way when it comes to the Spike Storm, because Ninja Kiwi still thinks that this thing is probably too powerful. Okay, it's high noon, 2 million and nearly 31,000 pops here. 2 Megapops achieved with this tower, with some of our cells gone in the process as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment section below, and see you all in the next video. I personally like the middle path for most when it comes to its performance, and then top path, and then I'm not too sure about the bottom path really. I feel like its shotgun is just really inconsistent. Thank you all so much for watching, but then again, that's just the Desperado tower when it comes to its damage profile and overall. Just a really inconsistent damage dealer. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, everybody.